Lewis Hamilton set a new lap record at Suzuka as the Mercedes driver strengthened his grip on the F1 title race by claiming a dominant pole position for Sunday's Japanese GP. Hamilton's pole lap of 127.319 was over 1.5 seconds faster than the previous record, a 128.954 held by Michael Schumacher. Remarkably, Hamilton's pole position was the first of his career at Suzuka and means he has claimed pole at every circuit currently on the F1 calendar. "I was very much on it," said Hamilton. "I didn't make one mistake and each lap got better and better. It's been 10 years trying to get that pole position despite being half a second slower than Hamilton." Ferrari's Sebastian Vettel will start the race alongside his World Championship rival on the front row. Hamilton relieved by Suzuka pole watch Rosberg analyses Hamilton's pole lap fins the Japanese GP on Sky F1. Valtteri Bottas was second quickest in the session, 0.3 down on Hamilton, but will start from 7th due to a gearbox-related grid penalty. "I tried everything on that last lap as I knew I had to take a bit more risks. It didn't work," said Vettel, who trails Hamilton by 34 points in the standings. Sky F1's guest for the Japan GP weekend is world champion Nico Rosberg, and he joins Ann Davidson at the Sky pad to review Lewis Hamilton's Suzuka pole. Sky F1's guest for the Japan GP weekend is world champion Nico Rosberg, and he joins Ann Davidson at the Sky pad to review Lewis Hamilton's Suzuka pole. Hamilton in a class of one. After Mercedes struggles in Singapore and Malaysia, the world champions have found their groove again in Japan, with Hamilton very much to the fore. Such was Hamilton's confidence and outright speed that he was fastest in Q1 on the slower soft tire. Only Vettel was able to enjoy the same luxury of saving up a set of super softs, but in a telltale giveaway of their relative speeds, Hamilton was instantly 0.3 quicker than his rival. After bolting on the super softs for Q2, the Mercedes driver immediately broke Schumacher's lap record, which had stood for 11 years, and then improved again at the start of Q3 when the Silver Arrows are able to deploy a power boost that Red Bull reckon is worth up to 0.8 of a second. "It's just incredible to come here with this car," said Hamilton. "This track is one of the greatest circuits, and with this car it's mind-blowing. It's insane the speeds this car is throwing us around inside, and the way you can throw the car around is like the craziest roller coaster ride." Back to reality for Red Bull. Also benefiting from Bottas' demotions, Red Bull pair Daniel Ricciardo and Max Verstappen will form the second row, with the Australian fractionally quicker than last week's victor at the Malaysia GP. The final grid for the race will be heavily revised, with Bottas joining Kimi Raikkonen, Fernando Alonso, Carlos Sainz and Julian Palmer in being hit by a penalty. The Suzuka stewards also investigated Force India's Sergio Perez for impeding Williams' Lance Stroll during Q1, but decided that no further action was required. Alonso made it through to the top 10 at the expense of McLaren teammate Stoffel Vandoorne, but the pair were separated by less than a tenth, and the Spaniard's demotion means the youngster will carry the team's best hope of a point-scoring result on Sunday. Renault's Julian Palmer was knocked out in Q2 and remains the only driver yet to out-qualify his teammate in any qualifying session this term. Raikkonen, Bottas and Grosjean caught out. Suzuka is recognized as posing one of the sternest tests on the entire calendar, and the circuit bared its teeth on Saturday, with first Bottas and Raikkonen crashing in practice 3 before Romain Grosjean also hit the barriers at the start of qualifying as Haas struggles continued. While Bottas' Mercedes suffered only minor damage, Raikkonen's accident was more severe and required a new gearbox to be fitted to his Ferrari car, triggering a 5-place demotion that will relegate the Finn outside of the top 10. Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen crashes during practice 3. Ferrari's Kimi Raikkonen crashes during practice 3 for Grosjean. The incident bore an unwelcome familiarity just a week ago. The Frenchman was pitched into the barriers at Sepang during qualifying after running over a broken drain. "The car just went on a massive snap," he said. "It's a shame because I thought we could have made the top 10. The Q1 session at Suzuka was red flagged after Haas driver Romain Grosjean slammed into the barrier. The Q1 session at Suzuka was red flagged after Haas driver Romain Grosjean slammed into the barrier. Driver team time 1 Lewis Hamilton Mercedes 127.3192 Valtteri Bottas Mercedes 127.6513 Sebastian Vettel Ferrari 127.7914 Daniel Ricciardo Red Bull 128.3065 Max Verstappen Red Bull 128.3326 Kimi Raikkonen Ferrari 128.4987 Esteban Ocon Force India 129.1118 Sergio Perez Force India 129.2609, Felipe Massa Williams 129.48010, Fernando Alonso McLaren 129.480 out in Q2 11, Stoffel Vandoorne McLaren 12, Nico Hülkenberg Renault 13, Kevin Magnussen Haas 14, Jolyon Palmer Renault 15, Carlos Sainz Toro Rosso out in Q1 16, Romain Grosjean Haas 17, Pierre Gasly Toro Rosso 18, Lance Stroll Williams 19, Marcus Ericsson Sauber 20, Pascal Wehrlein Sauber Alonso, Bottas, Palmer, Raikkonen and Sainz will take grid penalties. Watch the Japanese GP live only on Sky Sports F1 this weekend. The race from Suzuka begins at 6 a.m. on Sunday. Want to watch but not got Sky F1? Buy a Now TV Pass from £6.99. If you are using skysports.com, you can comment below to get involved in the debate, but please adhere to our house rules. If you wish to report any comment, simply click on the down arrow next to the offending comment and click report.